Now, he was the man that portrayed Prince Philip on screen in quite a few seasons of The Crown. We're talking, of course, about the Doctor Who star Matt Smith. Now, of course, it's been a few years since that popularity of both series, so you have to sort of reignite things, don't you? Make sure that people seriously remember you and, more importantly, what you're famous for. So what do? You look back, of course, at something that was incredibly popular, i.e. The Crown and Doctor Who. Now, things have got quite bad actually for Matt Smith, because while he's a consummate actor, and there's no two ways about it, and he's appeared on the London stage to critical success, if not box office success, well, more importantly, he's now decided to do this at the launch of a brand new series on a streaming giant. You see, he was being interviewed by Sky TV and, of course, the television presenter and activist Sue Perkins. She, very misguidedly, apparently misgendered his straight co-star, not referring to he, she, or all that claptrap nonsense that apparently they do. He stepped forward, oh yes, very knight in shining armour, to correct Sue and basically say that that she'd misgendered her. I mean, just nonsense, isn't it? Absolute rubbish. And it's all about just trying to get publicity for the new series. But when that didn't get enough publicity, Matt decided to remind everybody that in fact he played a part in the royal circle, as it were. Literally one of the biggest superstars of the British monarchy. The royal that we all love, of course, the Duke of Edinburgh, His Royal Highness Prince Philip. And according to Matt, well, apparently the Queen was a big fan of The Crown, so much so that every Sunday night she would have a projector wheeled into her private sitting room in Windsor Castle to sit down and watch The Crown. Now, two things: why a projector and why a Sunday night? I mean, if it's streaming, you could pick it up any time. But as we know from good stalwarts inside the royal circles, included, of course, the Princess Royal, Her Royal Highness Princess Anne, the Queen never bothered watching The Crown, 100%. Her basic answer was simply this, that, well, she'd already lived it, why did she need to relive it again with all the mistakes? And all the mistakes being, of course, the fact that she was visited by Princess Diana's ghost. But you can understand how actors, desperate for some publicity, and of course relaunching themselves, have to come up with something. In this particular instance, one might say, we're not amused, Matt. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.